Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch. This is the project we're making today. Now, this is the same project as week 8 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. I just used different stamps, ink, and paper. Okay, I hope you enjoy the video. If you need anything, let me know. Now we can make our project. So, we are not using stamps or ink today. We're using designer series paper and cardstock and tools. So we're using 2 sets of dies. Let me see, I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget the name of them. The Home Together dies and the Stitch Shape dies. And these are the 5 pieces that we're going to be using, okay? You know, I would assume, Carol asked if the designer series paper was going to be while supplies last. I think that's our new normal pretty much on everything, is it's available while supplies last. That's why I said I'm going to stock up on this one and this one because those are my 2 most favorites. Anything that's in the annual catalog typically comes back, but if it's in the mini catalog, I don't think we call them minis anymore. They're technically still minis. I'm not sure those will ever come back. I'm looking to see if it says while supplies last. I don't see it, but it's probably on the Stampin' Up website. So I would say if you want it, you better get it quick. No, I mean, I hate saying that, but you know what I mean. No pressure. Okay, so let me give you the measurements. Now I'm making a change and I may or may not like it. So my project today might disappoint you. I don't know. It's different. It's different from what I've done so far. And I'm changing I always call my warm-up version. Like sometimes my warm-up version turns out fantastic and then sometimes I have to change the paper. So today I'm changing just the pattern of paper. We're still using the same pack, which is called Trimming the Town. This measures 8.5 by 11. So that's your main piece. Then we're going to be using this paper for our greeting. In the same pack. All of this paper is all in the same pack. And then we're using this little house and these 2 trees also in the same pack. Misty Moonlight and Whisper White. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is actually cut out our images. And let me get those dies. Okay. I'm going to slide this out of the way. Can y'all let me know if the lighting is a little bit better today? I added some more lights, so I'm hoping it looks better. So here's our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the layers are 1, 2, 5. And then, let's see. I'm gonna cut out the house first. There's that little die. Hopefully that's straight. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my Whisper White layer. I don't know if I can cut all of these out. I've not yet used multiple dies on the magnetic cutting plate. So let's see if this will work. Huh, go figure. I think it does. Wow, that makes this thing the bomb, right? I was looking for a word. Look at that. No sliding, no shifting. Remember I used to say it was possessed? Okay, I'll stop talking. Okay, so, whew, that was close. There's our little house. And 1 tree, and the second tree, and our circle. Now let's get the rest of the pieces. Well, actually there's just one more, so the Misty Moonlight layer here. Okay. Now there's that one, okay? So we'll get this out of the way. I'm gonna straighten up my die so that I don't lose anything. Once you lose a die, you're traumatized for life. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Okay, so now we need to cut the greeting. And the greeting that I want for this is the Happy Holidays. So you can use your scissors if you want to, or you can use your paper trimmer. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my scissors. I will say it's a little bit easier to use the paper trimmer because when you have to cut that part, you have to bend it over. So let me get this out of my drawer here. And I'm gonna line it up. And I just wanna make sure that the bottom down here is lined up. Okay, there's our little piece. Now you could trim it more if that little touch of, what color is that? There's a little touch of red and blue on there. Let's see how it looks on the white. It doesn't really bother me, so I'm okay. So we're gonna use our liquid glue. And add it down here at the bottom. Got my dimensionals here. So we're gonna pop up this, the biggest tree. Well, yeah, we're gonna pop him up. Put it right in the middle. The other two we're gonna add with glue, okay? So I wanna get my embellishments first. So we're using all the trimmings embellishments. I can't remember which host code, either July or August, I sent these to everyone that used that code. I'm lucky I remember my name right now. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using a lot. 5, 6, 7. This one will have to go to a special person, right? Since you're using so many of these. Okay, is my star straight? There we go. And then now we're gonna add a star to this one. Okay, that's crooked. There we go. Okay. Now, I lost my container. I'm going to use my liquid glue and add this. And yes, that airplane sounds like it's landing in my backyard. Wow. It actually looks like it too. It's right outside my window. Okay, now, the house is going to go here, the little tree is going to go over here, and the big tree is going to go in the middle, just like that. Okay? So I'm just going to turn this over and put some liquid glue. Like I said, this one's getting added with the dimensionals, so. How many of y'all collect snow villages? These little houses remind me of my snow villages. Okay, we'll give that a second to dry. Cute, isn't it? Now we're going to set that aside. And we're going to take 8.5 by 11. Let me get my Simply Scored scoring tool. And we're going to place it on the portrait side, and we're going to score it at 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. And then we're going to turn it on the landscape side, and we're going to score it at 3, 4, 7, and 8. So it's hard to see. If you were here Monday night, we're making the same Halloween project, but we're making a holiday project this time, a Christmas project. So there you've got the tall panels here and the shorter panels here. Let's see, the tall panels measure 4 1/4 and the short panels measure 3 1/4. So you're going to place it on your trimmer, and you're going to cut at an angle. So this score line here is going to go in the track, and this score line here is going to go in the track, okay? So there and there, and cut. That's scraps, okay? Now we got to do the other side. Whew, that is hard to see. I should have used my bone folder. Okay, so same thing. This is going to go in the track up here, and this edge is going to go in the track down there. Okay, now we're done with the trimmer. And who knows where that bone folder is? I think it's over on my creation area. I always call it creation station. Okay, let's see. Here's the next one. Ruh-roh. I'm pretending my fingers are the bone folder. Okay, there we go. Now we got to cut. So this is how it looks. We're going to start with this. Again, we're still on the short end, okay? So we're going to start on this first score line, and we're going to cut all the way up to the second score line, and then we're going to completely remove this section. We're going to do the same thing over here. So, can't see. There we go. Okay, that's how it looks right now. So we're going to trim or cut like that, and then we're going to trim these little tabs just a smidge. And do the same thing over here. Oh, I think I cut that one crooked. Oh well, it won't be the end of the world. Okay, so that's how it looks right now. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive on our tabs. And fold those in like that. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that for a second to dry. Now, on these panels here, you're only going to put adhesive across there and then about from there to there. So hopefully you can see it. And the same thing over here. And you can use your tearing tape. Mine just happens to be somewhere where I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to fold this down. And then I'm going to fold this over. Hold that for a second. And then fold this over. And hold. Okay, so if you wanted to make sure that your trees are going upright, see that? All you have to do is make sure that the bottom of the trees are on the left side of your scoring tool, okay? Just like the back paper yesterday, or not yesterday, Monday. Okay, so here's our little container. Now we're gonna take one of our 3x9 gusseted bags, and today we're using Twizzlers. All sorts of candy. The Twizzlers measure 4 1/4 by 2 1/4, so lots of candy will fit in here. We're taking, what is this called? The Real Red Braided Linen Trim and Real Red Sheer Ribbon. So just like the other day, we're using 2 ribbons just to jazz it up a bit. Okay. Okay, let's fix the ribbon. Okay, that goes in there like that. And then this is just gonna go right on the front. And I'm just gonna use my liquid glue. But let's figure out exactly where we want to put it. I think right there looks really good. Okay, I do like this one better, so I'll let you decide. So here's the one we just made, and here's the one I made earlier. I love this polka dot paper. Okay, have a great day. Thank you so much.